Good evening, fellow Plexers. So, recording again on another fresh install of ZimaOS, and I think I figured out why my normal test machine with Zima didn't upgrade properly. Well, I showed that in my last video by removing the BR, and I thought it had something to do with the USB media on that system, and I remembered something that was different. I had opened it up and pulled one of the 4 gigabyte DDR4 memory sticks out of it, leaving only 4 gigabytes in it to take upstairs with me to order some additional memory off Amazon. And I did the upgrade on that machine with only 4 gigabytes of RAM. And I thought the reason Plex broke with the ZimaOS 1.70 update was because of USB media. So I took that media and plugged it into another system with a fresh install of Zima on it, and it updated fine. And that's when it hit me that I only had 4 gigs of RAM in the system. So the other 4 gigs is back in. I have 8 gigs. I have 2 8 gigabyte sticks arriving from eBay tomorrow to upgrade it to 16 gigs of RAM. So here's a fresh install with the full 8 gigs in this system, and we'll get Plex going and upgrade it and see if it survives. It may have nothing to do with USB media. And fortunately, it's really quick to install Zima and just as quick to get Plex going. Okay, let's verify the RAM in this system. Alright, so we've got 8 gigs in the system and not 4. Okay, so we will go to the App Store. Well, first, before we go there, let's make sure that I can see my portable drives and that they're all set to point to. Okay, they're there. That's good enough to just see them there. Okay, let's check this out and click the little down arrow for custom install. Linux server image will change to the latest Plex container. This line is fine. I need to add 2 paths for each storage drive. Okay, so this is the black drive. This is just a folder on here as a tip for people using storage drives under Zima, portable storage drives. You don't need to use the disk utility like under an Ubuntu Live Boot to label your drives like I have. You can simply put a main folder name for however you want to label the drive. You could just label the drive 1, 2, 3, and 4 and have that folder match. So if I had another Seagate 1 terabyte portable drive that was also black, this might just be media-black 2-Seagate. Just a little tip. So that's the folder I want to point at. I need to see it here. And let's find the one on the drive that's red in color, and the same thing. And let's make some good aliases for this. I don't think that equal sign is valid. So we'll just call it media red and media black. And this alias could be anything. That's what we'll see inside the Plex container. Now I didn't check the rest of the settings, which is a mistake. So let's go back. Okay, this should have worked. What's going on here? What did I do wrong while I was talking? Alright, I won't talk this time. Okay, so we have the two portable drives. We have the app data folder for Plex. Well, actually, this is looking funny, but that may correct itself. We have the Intel iGPU things we need. All right, let me try it again. I'll have to watch this video myself to see what I typed wrong. Maybe I typed an equal again on the other line and didn't realize it. Okay, so the container's up. Let's claim that. This is going to be the name of it. And let me close some of these extra windows. Let's give it the name. Alright, not authorized. Let's try that again. I typed my pin a little slower this time. I'm busy all day tomorrow and did not want to wait to do this, and I should be headed to bed pretty soon. I'm getting tired. But as I say, I can install Plex in my sleep, and I may be the only one that says it, but it's true. Okay. Let's add a library from each drive. Let's just make it simple. There's the alias for the one drive. There's my sort folder for movie libraries. There's my main movie library. And then let's add a TV show library from the red drive. There's that alias. There's a TV library sort folder in the main drive. And notice I use TVDB naming, even though these don't have the source ID. Which means I have to go to advanced and change the default episode ordering away from the movie database and to the TV database. Next. Done. Now one thing I have to change right off the bat, because I'm going to test the media in Chrome, and there's been a change to Plex. If I go down to transcoder, the change is that, let me pick that. Oh, not in this case. The last few installs, at least on other devices, this was already pre-checked, and when you save, you get to check that and then save. I had different screens for this. Let me uncheck that and then see if the media will play in this Chrome web browser. And this is all public domain media. I can show it playing. Okay. Let's test the other drive. So this is one of the first TV shows ever on, and it starred Betty White. It was recorded, I think, in a Burbank TV studio and not like a Hollywood type of studio back then. Okay, so the media plays. Hip hip hooray. Now, with the 8 gigs in this instead of the 4 gigs, will it update? That's the question. And if it will, I'll feel like I've wasted some of the ZimaOS developers' time, because there's probably not many people running such a low amount of RAM like I just happened to be running when I tried the update. And if they can pinpoint a low RAM situation, at least they can give a warning, maybe. And I'm not even sure what the minimum RAM is. Requires a minimum of 2 gigs, though 4 gigs is higher. Okay, so I will pause the video while the reboot happens. And we're back. Let's see if Plex is running. Plex is running. Let's see if I can open it through the direct IP address login. And I can. All right. To those on the Zima development team, I feel like I've wasted your time. Oh, this has an update. I know what I probably did. Let's look at this. All right, so this is the new interface. So I'm lost here because I'm very used to the old interface. So this is no longer a drop down. Can I just type latest here? Oh, so I still have this error, which means I have to find that dumb BR thing that I had trouble finding to get my second version of the server going. All I remember, it's above one of the FAQs. There. Why does this screw things up? Okay, so will this pull the latest image? Probably so. Let's save. And let's go back and refresh the web app. Okay, so let's do it this way. Let's stop the container. Let's manage. Let's show advanced. Let's start from the bottom. This needs to be resizable. Okay, let's see if this sticks. All right, so that's not a change I can save. So, if it's permanently stuck on an old image, oh, I know. So this is less intuitive than the old interface. After the colon, latest will probably work. Oh, and this BSBR is back. I don't like this form or YAML. I just don't like that. Alright, so it's not above. It's right here. Why does this keep coming back? Okay, let's see if this change works. Let's pull in a new image. So when I say I don't like something, it means mostly I'm not used to it. I am so used to using Portainer for the longest time to spin up a Docker Compose script of Plex, and now Dockage has broken me for anything else. Alright, let's start that. And let's do the direct IP address again. And we're updated. So let's go into the settings. Let's go down to general. And we're using the latest version of the Plex container for this. And let's just make sure we still have access to our media. And we'll call this a finished process on my end. For whatever reason, I believe a low memory situation caused me to have trouble getting the container going after the update. So with that BR thing still stuck in the YAML, Plex wouldn't start. With it removed, it would. On this one, the BR stuck in the YAML didn't prevent Plex from starting. And the difference is 4 gigs versus 8 gigs. So I don't know if this is going to make sense to the developers of ZimaOS and whether it will turn out to be what's going on when they investigate it, but I still kind of feel like I've wasted their time chasing after a phantom issue when it was really a low memory issue, at least on my hardware. Thanks for watching, and happy Plexing.